Hello everyone, today our topic is how to create Moxie contact from Google Sheets. So here our objective is that whenever we add a new row in our Google Sheet with the details of new contact, then we want to use these details and we want to create a new contact in Moxie. For this, we will create an integration between Google Sheets and Moxie. For creating this integration, we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, we are going to use trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use Google Sheets. In action application, I'm going to use Moxie. So how I am going to create this integration? For that, let me take you to my computer screen.
I hope all you can see my computer screen. And today we are going to work with Google Sheets and Moxie. As we all know, Moxie is a business management platform designed to help freelancers and small businesses to work more efficiently and scale their growth. So here in our Google Sheets, we have details of the user and we want to use these details to create a new contact in Moxie. So here our objective is that whenever a new row is added in our Google Sheets with the details of new contact, then we want to create a new contact in Moxie with those same details. So for this, we will create an integration between Google Sheets and Moxie. For that, I will open a new tab and search for pabbly.com. And this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly, you can just sign up for free and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get hundreds of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. So I will click here on Access Now button under Pabbly Connect. And it will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. We are going to create a new workflow here. So for that, I will click here on Create Workflow button and this window will pop up. Here, I have to name my workflow. So I will name it as my objective, which is to create Moxie contact from Google Sheets. And I will select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I will select Home and I will click on Create. So this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger will be the first step that will get executed in our workflow and action will just follow that. So we will set up our trigger first and our trigger application here will be Google Sheets. So we'll search for that. I will select this. Now I have to give a trigger event. So for that, I will open this tab and new or updated spreadsheet row will be my trigger event. So I will select this. And I have to connect Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. So for this, I will use this webhook URL and this is going to work as a bridge between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheet. And to connect these accounts, I need to follow all this instruction. So for that, I will first copy this webhook URL. Now we'll go to Google Sheet. Here I will go to extensions and I will go to add-ons and I will click on Get Add-ons. It will take us to the Google Workspace Marketplace. Here, I will search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. I will open this. And in this, we have this extension. So I need to install this extension. I have already installed this. So I will close this. I will go back to extensions. And here I will go to Pabbly Connect webhooks. I will click on Initial Setup. Here we have two options, webhook URL and trigger column. So first, I will paste that webhook URL here that we have copied from Pabbly Connect. And I have trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. In this Google Sheet, we have this column D, which is my last data entry column. So I'm going to fill D here. Now I will click on Send Test. So my test data is sent successfully and I will click on Submit. So my setup is configured successfully. So I will close this. I will go back to extensions. I will go back to Pabbly Connect webhook and I will click here on send on event. Now what this will do is that whenever we will add a new row in our Google Sheet, it will send that data automatically to our Google Sheet. So now let's go to Pabbly Connect. So here we can see we have this response. So our trigger column is D and my spreadsheet name is Moxie contact details, and we have this random phone number, and the last name is user, first name is test, and the email is testuser@pabblytunes.com. So now what we want is we want to use these details and we want to create a new contact in Moxie. For that we will set up our action, and for this I will open this, and here I will search for my action application, which is Moxie. I will select this. Now I have to give an action event, so I will open this tab, and create contact will be my action event. So I will click here. I will click on connect. I will click on add new connection. And to connect Moxie with Pabbly Connect, I have to give X API key and base URL. So I will find this in integration, and in integration I need to go to Pabbly. So for this, let's go to Moxie. I will open this workspace settings. Here I will go to connected apps. I will go to integration, and integration we have this Pabbly. So I will open this. So this is my API key. So I will copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I will paste that API key here. Now I need base URL. So I will go back to Moxie, and this is the base URL. So I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I will paste it here, and I will click on save. So my connection is successful. Now we have these contact details. So I will fill all these details here, and I'm going to map all these details. For that I will use mapping. So what mapping is? Mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tab, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I will click here. I will open this response. So first I have to map the first name. So this is my first name. I will select this. Similarly, I will map the last name. Now the contact email and the phone number. And we have these other details, and if you want to fill these details, you can fill all the details, and I don't need all these details, so I'm just gonna click on save and send test to kill button. And here we can see we have this response. So we have created this new contact with the details that we have in our Google Sheet. So to check this, let's go to Moxie. I will go to clients, and in clients I will go to contacts. And here we can see we have this new contact, which is test user. So I'll open this. So the first name is test, last name is user, and the email is testuser@pabblytunes.com. And this is the random phone number. So these are the details that we had in our Google Sheet, and we have created this contact in Moxie with the use of those details in our Google Sheet. So our integration here between Moxie and Google Sheet is working successfully. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. So here we have created this integration between Google Sheet and Moxie. So whenever a new row is added in Google Sheet with the details of contact, then a new contact is creating automatically in Moxie with the details that we had in our Google Sheet. So this is how I have created this workflow. So let's summarize what we did here. First, we have set up our trigger, and our trigger application was Google Sheets, and our trigger event was new or updated spreadsheet row. Then we have set up our action, and our action application was Moxie, and our action event was create contact. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow, and I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. Thank you.
Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this using Pabbly Connect. If you need any help or if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can post them at forum.pabbly.com, or if you have any issue with the pricing of Pabbly, you can connect on this link. And if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.